I hope we're having an amazing day today. And today I want to talk about something personal and something that I have gone through personally that I experienced and everything that comes with this. So I'm going to talk about age gaps, but specifically when you're a very young teen. I'm not going to focus just on girls, I'm going to focus on both female and male, because on everyone, honestly, it doesn't just happen to girls, it happens to boys too. But just being really young, from like 12 to 16, 17 years old, or 12 to 15, 16, I don't know what age you guys want to say, but I'm going to start off around the 12s and 13s because that's when it was happening for me. And then I met this older boy that was in his 20s, 22 I think, I'm not really sure, but he was a lot older than me. And what I want to talk about is those age gaps and being a young girl. And if you're a young girl listening to this, let me tell you, it is not worth your time, it is not worth your energy. And I'm speaking to someone I know, and I hope you're listening to this. You are so much better than this, and you still have so much to learn about life and yourself. Don't just close yourself in this box and see through this little peephole life. Like, I feel like when you're that young, sometimes you're taken advantage of. You're still a young kid, and honestly, young kids go through a lot of things. They go through divorces, they go through bullying. There's a lot of things that are happening in their life. They're just trying to figure out who they want to be or what they want to do. There's a lot of pressure on them. And sometimes we don't see it, but there is. And I feel like you could get taken advantage of by someone that's older than you. Honestly, I feel like I did, but I'm not going to say I did because I was also very aware at the time, and I feel like it was something cool. I was curious. It was a little bit wowing to me, like, oh my god, what? Like, he does this, he does that. Like, it's something you're curious about and you're surprised of. Like, you're like, wow, you're like kind of in a wow experience. Like, you just want to grow up and be like that person or have the experiences they're having, and you kind of forget about your life and getting to know yourself and growing as a person and getting to know what you like and what you don't. So I feel like when you're a young girl or a young boy and you're in these relationships with older people, you kind of want to be not like them, but you want to become someone that they're going to like. So you try to mold yourself into this thing that you're not, because you want them to like you, and you're trying to grow up too fast, and you're not trying to make mistakes, or you are trying to make mistakes, but the right mistakes for them. So I would tell you, just please get to know yourself first. If you're in this relationship where you're really young and there's this really older man or older woman, you need space. You need to get to know yourself. You need to be yourself and do things that you like, do things that you want to try. And honestly, I feel like in my experience when I was younger, I was completely like blinded by this experience. I'm like, I was always thinking about that person, trying to be with that person, trying to look more better, trying to fit into this mold that I wasn't. I was trying to grow up too fast. I feel like I wasn't focusing on the right things. And along with everything else that was going on in my life, this added to it, and it confused me a little bit. I didn't know who I was. My mind was fractured, my energy was fractured, and I was paying attention to the wrong things. And until now I see that, and I'm like, you know what, it taught me a lot of things, but also I just regret spending so much time and energy and thoughts and myself to that one thing, you know. And I feel like it's a lot sometimes, but I just want to let you guys know that please get to know yourself. You are an amazing human being. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise or try to control you or try to make you into something you're not. First, find out what you like, who you are. Focus on school, focus on sports if you're a sports player. Focus on your dreams, you know. Just be a kid, be a child or a young adult. Live your life. before you include someone in it, it's gonna create something so much bigger, because at the end of the day, when you're with someone, you're not just with yourself, you're with themselves too, and all of who they are, their mistakes, their energy, their habits, their thoughts, their beliefs, and that kind of influences you. And if you don't know who you are, like they say, if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you. So just get to know yourself first before you put yourself in this position. And honestly, I would just not pay attention to those people that are so much older than you, that are trying to get at you, or they're just wasting your time and your energy. You need to get to know yourself. I feel like I'm talking to myself right now, because I honestly feel like I never got to know myself until I started like last year. I feel like it's been such a long time that I've been trying to become someone else, and then you kind of forget what you really want instead of what other people want. And especially these people that are, it's like emotionally, romantically involved with, you can't think outside of the box. So I would just say, think outside of the box and get yourself out of the situation before it's too late. But I've seen a lot of relationships that are they're really beautiful, from like they're 20 and the other person is 30, or the person is 25 and the person is 34. Like, if it works for you, it works for you. But I'm honestly going towards the younger side of the spectrum, like the kids that are in their 13, 14s, and this is happening to them, because sometimes we don't see it. And I've lived in places where it happens a lot, and parents don't see it either, and kids don't say anything about it either, because they're just in this realm where they like it or think it's cool, or their parents are going through something, they don't want to bring up something else. Like, I don't know, there are so many reasons why people don't talk about this, or kids themselves don't talk about it until years later, or things just happen. But I just wanted to say, please take care of yourself. In your heart, you know what's right, and don't get blinded by these emotions, or don't get flooded by everything, because it's not just one thing. There's so much to life. There's so much more than you know, than you think. There's so much more than I know, than I think. And I just want to tell you guys that, tell you beautiful, beautiful people, that don't get caught in this type of reality where you have to try so hard for someone. And just let them go, just let them be yourself, grow, become, and focus on yourself, and just get to know yourself. I've been saying that throughout this whole video, just get to know yourself, because when you know yourself, you can set boundaries, you know what you don't like, what you do like, who is the energy, like who matches your energy, you know what's good for you and what's not good for you, like you know it, you just know. So just get to know yourself first, and before you get into a relationship, or before you let these older people draw you in, because sometimes it can be mesmerizing, or it can be something like, oh my god, it's so cool, it's so fun, or all these reasons why you want to be with someone that's so much older than you, before you even know what you really want for yourself, before you become the person you want to be, or just be the person, you know. But I just wanted to talk about that with you guys. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.